Greetings, G Life Forms. I am Orev Shalom, level 29, G Messenger, with another edition of Old Revelation. Let's get started. Many of you may be wondering, why did he just put Tom in the camera? Tom is a physical manifestation of an amazing lesson that my family learned from the highest God. We were at Walmart and my son asked, "Dad, do you have $1?" And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, he wanted to go to the machine and he wanted to try to win one of the animals, you know, with the claw that comes down and picks up the stuffed animal. I laughed at him. I've never had much success in those things. I told him, I was like, "Son, you'd be better off just giving a stranger $1. Like, why are you'd be better off just throwing $1 on the ground. At least somebody can pick it up. Like, why are you wanting to just spend $1 on that junk when you're gonna lose and nothing's gonna happen?" So we went over to the machine and he had his eye on Tom. Now Tom was all the way in the back. Few animals was on top of it. We was even my wife, she began to tell him, like, "Nah, you're probably gonna want to go for this one." It was one that was you know how they hang right over the opening? It was one, we was like, "You'll probably be able to get that one instead." But he said no, he wanted Tom. And we was like, "Well, you're gonna lose." And I also demonstrated. I was like, "This is what those claws do." And you lose your money. I told him that. And he still wanted to go after that Tom anyway. I was like, what a waste of $1. I went to the car, put the groceries up, and Tiffany and Nevin comes out of the Walmart. "I got him, Dad. I got him." And I was like, wow. And instantly, the highest God spoke to my spirit. And I told him, "Son," I was like, family rule number 2, don't believe the serpent. You knew you could get that, you knew you could get Tom. And it also showed how even the closest of people can talk you out of something or try to. It's no question about our loyalty and love for God and towards each other. But we were at that moment, in that situation, we were the main instruments used to tell him what he couldn't do. We were the ones, his own mother and father, his own God-fearing family. We were the ones telling him that he was gonna lose and it was going to be a waste of $1 and that he shouldn't go for it. Had he listened to us, Tom or this message would not be here right now. This would be non-existent. But he ignored us. And it wasn't a disrespectful ignore. He just knew what the highest God was stirring up in his spirit, and he went after it anyway. anyone can be used to make sense and try to persuade you out of something that is being stirred up in your spirit to do. Things that are stirred up individually in your spirit, most likely others won't really understand them, which is why it's being stirred up in your spirit and not ours. Going after Tom, that was something that God couldn't give to me or my wife because of our faith, because of those, not faith, because of our disposition and bias against winning things out of those machines. We just had we have a established prejudice against it, and it made us not effective for that tool. If anything, we were destructive to it, or we tried to be. This teaches me to be a lot more careful with the things that I tell others that can't be done, because I'm not privy to what the highest God does inside the spirit of the individual. He has different, unique plans for us all. Mature me, Father, to be a respecter of your will in others. Mature me, Father, so that I can know the difference between true mistakes and you stirring up your will in another that's greater than what I can even comprehend or believe. Because what you stirred up in my son, I'm holding the manifestation of something that is greater than I could understand and achieve. And my 8-year-old was. The son of the highest God says to be like these little children. These little children aren't hung up on the things that we're hung up on as adults. When the spirit of the highest God stirs in their spirit, they just, why can't I do it? Happy Shabbat. May our Father continue to strengthen the relationship between us, the viewer. May the highest God bless and anoint your homes and your lives, should you seek it. I'm only talking to those and praying for those who seek him.